Good evening, YouTube. My name is Nisha. I'm coming to you guys with a video. I did promise myself this and others that I was going to make this video if everything went well. Um, so I'm going to tell you a little backstory about how I met my fiance and what I was doing last year when we first started talking and the responses that I was getting and everything. So I'm gonna tell you guys a little background story. Excuse my makeup. I just came home from a gala, which was amazing, and I got on my pajamas, but I did not wash my face yet because I knew I was gonna make this video. I had to do it. So my name is Nisha. I live in North Carolina. Last year I had met my fiance. I know it sounds short, sounds a little crazy, but I just want to give you guys the backstory. So he had just moved here. He's originally born and raised in Nigeria. He is like absolutely amazing. Like I just want to start off by saying that he's absolutely amazing between him and his family. But we're going to get into that a little later. Um, so we met through a mutual friend and we had a blind date. So I got his number and first we were texting and then the night before Thanksgiving he was telling me, "Oh, I'm getting ready to go to Boston to go visit my aunt. She's sick or whatever. I'm gonna spend um Christmas there. I mean Thanksgiving there." And so, things like that. So I was like, okay, that's good. And he was like, yeah, then after that, I'm going to Vegas. So I was like, oh, okay, that's really great. So at first I was like, yeah, I don't know. Um, I've had really not the best relationships. Um, I've never dated a Nigerian before, so I was a little nervous about that. So last year when we started talking, like our very first conversation, I think we was on the phone for like 3 hours. And then our second conversation, like they were short while he was gone because he was with family and then he went to Vegas to go visit his friends. So it was really short, but he was still texting me and still communicating with me. He made it very clear that he was interested and wanted to, go on our first date when he got back. So I told him that, dude, you need to quarantine before you come back. Because this was before the vaccines and everything. I was like, you need to quarantine before you come back because I need you to quarantine. So, um, while he was gone or whatever, we didn't really communicate much. Like, we had text messages and a little conversation here and there, like 10, 15-minute conversations here and there. So while he was gone, I was YouTubing, um, like what it's like to date a Nigerian because here in America, we hear so many horror stories about dating a Nigerian or being with someone that's not from America. So many horror stories. And then I found some great videos where I learned a lot. And then I found some not so great videos where they talk about, oh, they scammed me, they this, they that, they this, they that. So I was like, okay, let me just get to know him. Let me give him a chance. I do owe him an opportunity of a fair chance. So I'm going to rewind back before I met him. I was getting ready to do foster care, and one of my former coworkers, I asked her because my previous job, I used to be a daycare teacher. My previous job, some things happened, and my supervisor like lied on me. To make a long story short. So I asked her to pray for me. I was like, I'm getting ready to do foster care. I'm a little nervous. I've always wanted to do foster care. Anyone that knows me, I've always wanted to do foster care. That has always been my passion to do foster care. So I was getting ready to do it. So she was just like, she was praying for me and everything. And then she was like, sis, she was like, God keep trying to tell me to tell you this. And I'm like, okay, what is it? Like, I'm getting nervous. I'm like, what is it? She was like, your husband is getting ready to come and you need to get ready. And I'm like, looking around, like, this is like October. So I'm like looking around like, okay, like, yeah, okay. Cause my 28th birthday was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, my 28th birthday was crazy. And after my last breakup, I haven't been in a real like relationship. I haven't been in like no real relationship in 3 years. So I'm like, okay, my husband's getting ready to come. Like, I wasn't dating nobody seriously. They wasn't serious or anything. It just was all about one thing. And I was ready to like slow down. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, if that's what you want, I don't want that. Like, my body is my body, and I deserve so much more than you just wanting my body. Like, I need you to want more than my body. So I'm just like, yeah, okay, sis. Like, ain't nobody really coming to me showing me that they want to marry me. So I'm like, yeah, okay, okay. And then that summer, my grandfather was like, we was getting ready to leave his house. I go see my grandfather once a week, my grandparents once a week. And we were getting ready to leave out the house. And he stopped me and pulled my hand and said, you're about to get married. You need to get yourself together. And I'm like, looking at him like, okay. Like, you don't want to disrespect your grandparents. So it's just like, okay, okay, yeah, okay. So um with all that going on, when I met him, it was just like, okay, I'm just meeting somebody different. I forgot all about this. Now my friend, I remember what she said, but I'm like, okay, we're gonna give him a chance, because like I said, I've heard a lot of negative things and I've heard a lot of positive things. So I was just a little confused on what to do. So when he came back from Vegas, I was like, okay, we can go on our first date or whatever. I wanted him to quarantine, but he wasn't having it. He was like, no, 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 I'm just really ready to see you and spend time with you and see how things go. I'm like, okay, you want to see me, spend time with me and see how things go? Okay, great. So we went out to eat. Um, the first date, it was great. Like, the chemistry was there. We was laughing and just goofing around, just cutting up, being us. So I'm like, okay, cool, great. So we went on and did that. Then we went on a few more dates. Um, we went go karting. It was cold by this time, but we went go karting, and I talked so much trash. I told him, I'm gonna beat you. Like, I'm going to beat you. I don't care how tall you are. I'm gonna beat you. These little legs is gonna beat you. And I wind up winning a few times. Don't let him tell it that he won, but I did win a few times. Um, so then I wound up having this dream one night. And I was like, dang, like I had this dream, and I always have dreams like this. Like, this wasn't my first time having a dream like this. But I had a dream that we had got married, and a lot of things wasn't happening that was supposed to happen during the wedding. So I guess it was like I was trying to be warned or something. I'm not exactly sure, but it was him at the altar. So I'm just like, so I called my friend and I was like, I think God is trying to tell me that this is about to be my husband. And she was like, sis, he didn't say when your husband was coming. He just said that your husband was getting ready to come. I was like, but like, I just got warned twice within a few months from a part of each other. And after my 28th birthday, I was like, oh no, I gotta change. Like, this has got my 28th birthday, that's a whole nother story by itself. Like, a whole nother story by itself. But I'm like, that I don't know, sis. I was like, but I do think, I was like, but you know what? I'm gonna pray on it, and we just gonna continue to go and see how it is. So I met his family through WhatsApp. His family is in different parts of the world. Some of his family is still in Nigeria. His family opened me with welcome arms. It's like they knew me all my life. They just opened up their arms and welcomed me. I was so eternally grateful. They were so sweet, so kind, so loving. Even still now to this day, like sometimes his sisters may message me like, "Hey, how you doing? You guys doing okay?" Blah 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 blah. This, that, and the other. They are so amazing. Like, I love them dearly. His mom and his dad, again, amazing. I love them dearly. Um, so yeah, that happened, and then he met my family, and at first my mom was a little skeptical. She was just like, I don't know, I don't know, niece. Like, you might want to think about this a little longer, before you date him, because all the things that we hear about Nigerians. Like, once again, everything that we hear about Nigerians. So, um, February comes, and time goes on or whatever. February comes, and apparently he calls my mom. One day he asked me for my mom's number, and I'm like, why you need my mom's number? And he was like, just in case, in case of an emergency, I just want to make sure you're okay. I do have health issues. So I was like, okay, I'll give you my mom's number. That's fine. Whatever. So I gave him my mom's number. Apparently, he called my mom before Valentine's Day and told her that he wanted to marry me. So one thing about Nigerians are they are go-getters. If they want you, or they want to be with you and want to have a relationship with you, they will go and get you. Like, they don't care if it's a week. Like, I heard him and his mom met. Well, his mom and his dad met when they were young, and they dated for like 2 weeks, and then next thing you know it, they got married. They don't. I don't know if they all don't believe in waiting long, but if they want you, they will go and get you. I'm not go getters. Like, when they want something, they're gonna go and get it. That's just anything, whether it's a car, whether it's whatever. They're just go getters. So that's the one thing, and they are straight about their business. That's another thing. So he called my mom and asked my mom, could he propose? Now, this, I knew nothing about this. So Valentine's Day, we went out, and he was acting so strange the whole entire time. I'm like, why is this dude acting so strange? Like, what is wrong with him? And he was just acting so strange the whole time. I'm like, what is going on? So time goes around, and the waitress, I thought somebody across the room had got proposed to, because I hear it's oh and a whole bunch of clapping. So I'm like, oh, it sound like somebody got engaged over there. And he was like, yeah, because he was just walking back from the bathroom. So, after we ate or whatever, everything was good. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess, you know, let me know when you're ready to go. Like, we can go now. He was like, oh no. So then the waiter comes out and was like, oh, you guys ordered dessert? I'm like, I didn't order no dessert. And I was about to tell him to send it back, because I'm like, you got the wrong table. Like, I didn't order no dessert. Like, so then they was like, just open it, just open it. So I opened it, and it was a ring inside of the dessert. And all I could do was cry. Like, all I could do was cry. I was like hysterical. I couldn't answer him. He did get on his knee. But that's all I remember, because I was just crying, because I'm a big baby. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm very emotional, like always. Um, so that's just another thing. Like, he is super romantic. I didn't think he was really romantic, because he's like quiet, and I'm like, okay, so we've been talking for a while, and he didn't give me nothing for Valentine's Day. I done bought him this whole outfit, and he didn't give me nothing. No, he hid it. So when we went back to his apartment, I had a teddy bear, I think a card. He bought me a wedding planning book and a cup that say wifey. Oh my gosh. I like legit cried. Like, I legit cried. So we're gonna fast forward. So by this time, I called my friend back, and I'm like, yo, I'm engaged. Like, he proposed. And she was like, oh, like, she had been like, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. So then when I told my grandfather was even more excited. So that's just basically how we met and everything. Now I want to talk about being with a Nigerian. Um, being with a Nigerian. It is the best experience I have ever experienced. Like I said, he is a go-getter. He works hard. He works hard, and he is like very well balanced with his money, with his time. He still finds time to make time for me. Even if he, like, so currently he works overnight, he still makes time for me and finds time for me, because I work during the day. I work during the day. At first I was working 8:30 to No, I was working 9 to 5. I'm sorry. No, 9 to 5:30, and now I'm working 7 to 3:30. But he makes time for me. He communicates with me very well. Like as far as like, if he has a question or if we're talking about anything, he's very helpful. Very, very helpful. Sorry, he's very helpful. He is very loving. He's very goofy, extremely goofy. Um, which is me. We always watching stuff together, whether it's corny, whether it's good, whether it's action. We always watching stuff together. Even when he don't want to watch it, he still watch it with me. So I'm like truly grateful for that. Um, he's just like, he legit treats me like a queen. So this is like by far the best relationship I've ever been in. I've been hurt really, really bad. My past relationships were not the best. We'll talk about that in another video. But my past relationships weren't the best. But he is absolutely, positively amazing. And I'm just so, 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 so grateful for him and for his family, because his family just welcomed me like with open arms, as if like they knew me forever. Um, they barely knew my name or how to say it, but they just welcomed me with such loving arms, and it's just so amazing. I'm just so like grateful. So my advice to you is, if you're talking to a Nigerian, getting ready to date a Nigerian, or even if they're just from Africa, still give them a chance, because chances are you don't know where it's gonna go. Because I almost didn't. I looked at a lot of videos. Like I said, some videos were good and then some videos weren't the best. But I gave him that chance. And when I gave him that chance, I got that blessing. So definitely give them a chance. Like, they're amazing. They're amazing people. Um, I'm not saying all Nigerians are the same or all Africans are the same, but they are like, he's amazing. Like I will go ahead and say that he is amazing. And when I'm not looking the best, he still loves me. If I'm sick, he's gonna take care of me. Um, for instance, like I have this new medication, and if I don't eat enough, then I just will be sick. And he will be like one day I was just throwing up because once again I didn't eat enough. I get full off the medication fast, and he was just like, "Do you want me to just stay home from work?" And I'm like, "No, go to work still." And he was like, "Are you sure?" Or one day, I had two seizures, and one day he came home in the middle of the night just to check up with me to make sure that I was okay. Um, just they really think of you before they think of themselves. And it's not like, we always hear, oh, they're moochers, they this, they that, they this, they that, they this, they that. It's not always like that. Um, they're just absolutely amazing. Like I can't express it enough. Like, he's amazing. If I need help financially, he's going to help me. Um, he's definitely a provider. Um, they're just go-getters, like I said, and that's crazy because I'm a go-getter. If I want something, I'm gonna get it, and if I don't get it, then I'm gonna just pout about it because I want it. But so that's my story. I just wanted to give you guys just a little tip and a little advice by sharing my story as well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Leave me any comments, any questions. You could definitely leave it. I'll definitely answer the questions for you guys. I promise next video, I will have on a better outfit than what I got on now. And hopefully I can find my little phone stand thing because I have no clue where it is. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions or if you want to tell me anything, I'll be glad to read it and I will respond. Hopefully my phone will notify me because this is my first YouTube video. I ain't got the fancy little things yet where it's like the little theme songs and stuff like that because I don't know how to do all that. But yeah, so I just wanted to give you guys that little tip and piece of advice and also share my story. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But yeah, until next time, see you later. Bye.